The film begins in 1992. A little girl named Rebecca Summers looks out her bedroom window and notices a toy boat in the pool. She rushes to her severely sick brother Tommy and promises to get it for him. Rebecca tries to catch the toy with a pool net, but she's pulled into the water. When Rebecca tries to get the boat again, the force pulls her down into the water, and only her bunny slipper comes out. Present day, Ray and Eve Waller, along with their 2 children, Elliot and Izzy, are looking for a new home. Ray was a professional baseball player whose career ended early due to an illness that was degenerative. The Wallers visit the Summers family's former home, which now has a closed-off pool. As Ray tries to retrieve something that has fallen in, he is dragged into the water and battles to get out before his family finds him and calls 911. At the hospital, Ray tells Eve that he believes the house with the pool would be beneficial for him to perform water immersion therapy. The family moves in, and the kids begin their new school, with Izzy meeting a boy called Ronan and developing feelings for him. The Wallers eventually clean up the pool, but as Ray sticks his hand down the drain, something cuts deep into his palm. The pool maintenance crew comes to check it out, and the family is informed that the water is sourced from a nearby spring. The Wallers use the swimming pool as soon as it is ready, and Ray claims to be feeling better as a result of his therapy. When Eve uses the pool alone at night, she thinks Ray is standing above her while she is swimming, but when she resurfaces, he is nowhere to be found. Later, the family cat Cider goes missing after standing over the pool and hissing at whatever he sees underwater, leading the Wallers to put up a cover. Elliot uses the pool by himself. When he goes underwater, he notices a lot of pennies being thrown in and assumes Izzy is bothering him. However, when he comes back up, he doesn't see her outside. He overhears Rebecca's voice reaching out to him, asking for her mother. She appears to give Elliot a toy back, but when he snatches it, a hand reaches out and grips his arm, which allows him to escape. He rushes to inform Eve about it, but there is nothing or no one nearby. When Eve tells Ray about it, he appears to dismiss Elliot's terror as a sign of his weakness. Ray joins Elliot and the other youngsters for a little league practice, since his illness appears to be in remission. Ray falls while attempting to swing, but he gets back up before anyone else can aid him. When the ball comes at him again, he hits it so hard that he not only breaks the ball, but also sends it flying into one of the lights. Everyone cheers him on, but Elliot looks concerned. Izzy invites Ronan to the pool while her parents are gone. They begin playing Marco Polo, but Izzy soon loses track of Ronan and the music. A growling voice responds to Izzy, and a monstrous bloated beast drags her underneath. Izzy swims back up to Ronan after only a few seconds underwater, according to him. Ronan leaves after kissing Izzy, realizing she is not feeling well. Elliot then tells his sister that he has also seen something horrific in the pool. The Wallers throw a pool party for the majority of the residents in the neighborhood. In the house, Eve speaks with the agent who sold them the house, and she admits to not disclosing the case of Rebecca's disappearance, which is why previous residents never used the pool. Outside, Ray convinces a child called Ty to join him in a game of chicken against another father and child. After they win, Ray accidentally moves backwards into the deep end of the pool while still clutching Ty and refusing to let go. A foggy gray vapor emerges from the drain and enters Ray's mouth. Elliot sees Ty struggling in the water and runs to get his mom before Ty's father dives into the water to get his son. Ray is pulled out from the water after appearing unconscious. Growing increasingly concerned, Eve investigates the prior tenants of the house, discovering that others before Rebecca had vanished without a trace. She locates the Summers family's home and discovers Rebecca and Tommy's mother, Kay, who is suffering from a similar disease as Tommy. She informs Eve that Tommy is now healthy and running for Senate. Eve approaches Kay about the pool and Rebecca, and after dodging her questions, Kay gives her the truth. The pool's water comes from an ancient well where people would gather to make wishes, but the creature in the water requires a sacrifice in exchange. Kay wished for Tommy to recover, and Rebecca became the sacrifice. She is now possessed by the entity and starts to regurgitate and tear up black water. Eve realizes her children are in grave danger and rushes back home. At night, Izzy and Elliot are left at home alone. Elliot walks outside when he believes he hears Cider near the pool. When Elliot reaches for his cat, one of the pool demons frightens him and causes him to fall into the pool, and the cover begins to seal itself. In the house, a possessed Ray begins to attack Izzy. She battles her father, and Eve rushes into the pool to save Elliot. The other spirits of the pool's victims, including Rebecca, attempt to drag them under, but Eve fights her way out to save Elliot. After Izzy subdues Ray, she and Eve attempt to contact him so he can fight the demonic being. He vomits up the black water and Elliot regains consciousness. However, as they attempt to transport him to the hospital, the demonic entity begins to harm Elliot from inside. Ray, realizing the thing will not let them escape without a sacrifice, he walks into the pool to save his family, allowing the entity to take him. Elliot eventually breaks free from the entity's hold on him. While the family mourns Ray's sacrifice, they decide to remain at home rather than leave again to ensure that no one else has to deal with the entity. Eve, Izzy, and Elliot then hire a crew to fill the pool with soil and bury it permanently.